When it was Gerke's turn to speak, she highlighted steps that Walmart had taken to care for this multitude, particularly its 1 million domestic frontline workers, or associates as the company prefers to call them. Walmart's senior team, she said, had recently huddled through a weekend to devise an emergency leave policy so that if employees didn't feel well or were uncomfortable being inside a store, they could miss work and wouldn't be punished. The company was offering them free telemedicine. It had trimmed its shopping hours so crews could deep clean Walmart's more than 5,000 U.S. locations every night, and it was busy putting up plastic sneeze guards to protect its cashiers and pharmacists. It was placing decals on store floors to make it easier for customers to keep 6 feet apart. A week before, Walmart had said it would hand out $550 million in bonuses to its hourly workers, the first of several such payments that would eventually total more than $2.5 billion. To satisfy Americans' endless appetite for household goods and groceries while they hunkered down at home and stockpiled essentials, as well as to backfill for those workers who are now going out on leave, the company had also turbocharged its hiring process. In the span of just a month, it would bring aboard 150,000 new employees and then announce that it was hiring 50,000 more, many of them as part of a coordinated, multi-industry effort to absorb restaurant and hospitality workers who'd been let go from their jobs. "We are really leaning into everything we can do," Gerke said. As the event wrapped up, I downed the last of my coffee and began to sift through my inbox to see what messages I'd missed over the previous hour. One jumped out. 20 minutes into the webinar, just as Gerke was about to make her opening remarks, an email had landed from Andrea Dillendorf, the co-executive director of United for Respect, a labor advocacy group that had grown out of the United Food and Commercial Workers Union. "We have always been committed to ensuring that the voices of people working low-wage jobs are heard," Dillendorf said in her missive, which trumpeted the 39 news stories her organization had helped to plant over the previous week. Many of them focused on Walmart, and their depiction was nothing like the one Gerke had just presented. The most biting critique came from Melissa Love, who stocks shelves part-time at a Walmart in Long Beach, California. In a New York Times op-ed, the 27-year-old conveyed the tremendous stress she was under as customers snatched up practically every item they could. "It's been a lot like Black Friday," Love wrote, referring to the frenzied day after Thanksgiving that marks the kickoff of the holiday buying season. "I'm young and healthy, but I'm worried I will catch the coronavirus and infect my father." After 4 years at Walmart, Love was earning $13.27 an hour, which penciled out to a little more than $20,000 per year for the 30 hours or so she worked each week, while juggling her studies at Los Angeles Trade Technical College. Her pandemic bonus, which Gerke had touted, would amount to all of $150. Full-timers would receive $300. At the moment, Love was the sole breadwinner in her household. Her dad, a shuttle bus driver at Disneyland, had just been laid off, one of the millions of Americans whose jobs vaporized as the virus ravaged the economy. In her piece in the Times, Love took issue with Walmart's new leave policy. She explained that the company was allowing workers who test positive for the coronavirus to stay home for up to 2 weeks, but it will cut pay in half for any needed sick time after that. She said she feared that she or one of her coworkers might well wind up facing the impossible choice of going to work sick and possibly infecting others or risking our already precarious finances. An active member of United for Respect, Love didn't hold back. "We make corporations like Walmart profitable. It's time for them to ensure we have enough to live on." My head swirled. Where in this muddle did reality lie? Was Walmart as responsive to the needs of its employees as it was making itself out to be? Or was it as indifferent as Love claimed, bent on fattening its bottom line, the well-being of its workers be damned? For more than a year prior to the outbreak of COVID-19, I'd been wrestling with these questions. However, answering them wasn't so easy, at least not anymore.